false alarms and false starts. All made better by the sound of your heart. Yeah, all the pain of the last time.
Okay, so we're at the HQ. One of the first upgrades here is this outside area. We've chucked a bunch of paving down, so we've got nice slabs now, which means that of an evening in the summer, we can work in the sunset, or throughout the winter, we will have lighting and heating, EV chargers, all that good stuff. So this makes a bit of a habitable area out the back. Lots of upgrades kicking off in here as well. One of the main things that we've spent a lot of time doing is like plug sockets, direct internet connections and all that boring stuff. The more exciting stuff is that some of the structure is now visible. And then this is our main exec office. So you can have a couple of tables here just for acute meetings. Lots of people want to come in and just have a chat. And if there's not space on our desk, we might just sit here and go through things. Alternatively, the PAs will do work here. And then over the back, this will be me. My perk is that I get to see all the dingers. Cam's perk, this is where Cam's going to sit, is that he gets this whole walk-in wardrobe. This is ridiculous. So his wardrobe starts here and it is a U shape like this. So Cam has got all of this wardrobe space, which if you ask me is absolutely outrageous. I might have to sneak a little bit. In here we've got a mini office. Lots of our guys are doing one-to-ones, they're doing Zooms and Google Meets and all that sort of stuff. So giving them the space to do that privately and control for the audio makes sense. This in here will be our content room, and this will be where we shoot all of the content for this channel and other channels. And a couple of really cool rooms are a meeting room. This will be, again, glass fronted with a glass door. There'll be a meeting room in there, TV on the wall. And then in here, this is going to be the main management meeting. So all of the Unity meetings, TDM Gym team meetings, TDM agency meetings, all of the different companies that we have, when we get everyone together, it will be in here. And if you go down the bottom of the table, this is how far you will have to look to see the big screen. So that's probably the only thing we're going to need to think about, because if there's a big ass TV on here and you're all the way down there, you might not always see the statistics or whatever we're looking at on the screen. So that just needs a bit of thought, but it's super cool that we've got the space. We've got so much natural daylight as well, all these big ass windows, and we've got this beauty looking out over into the golf course. And then over this side, keeping it brief, we're going to have pool table, ping pong table, really big open plan kitchen there, lots of monster fridges, and then we've got storage, big ass shower, urinals. Then over the back, this is the interview room. And then just here by the front, where the sun will be glaring in every day, you've got another open plan office where people can come and pull themselves away from any of the additional noise or distraction to lock in on a call. So really, really cool stuff. We'll update on this as it evolves. But it's nice to see this all coming together. Super cool. It's really, really nice. Again, it's a similar feeling to TDM Gym in that we're actually building something, which is a new experience. So that's super cool. But that is a huge success. I love the speed at which that's coming on. Next plan is to Oh yes, get back in the 993. I love this car, I really do. It's not a car that we get to drive all that much because it's one of the cars we look after. It's stored in the garage, you know, we give this car the relevant love that it really a lot of them deserve and don't get. So we're going to hop back in this and we're going to head over to Gym Unity Tamworth now. Hard to even remember the day sometimes. Go check in at Gym Unity Tamworth, see what's going on. There's been a couple of upgrades, we've actually restructured it, so let's go check that out.
Staring at the sky all day, swear to God, something about the
To check out what's going on underneath the mezzanine. So underneath here, before this was very doom and gloom, a lot of darkness. So we've actually put in a false floor, which has given us the chance to put in some ceiling spots, paint it, make it look a little bit nicer. And then over the back corner, we've now got a glute area. So back here, we can now put some of our glute machines. I'm a believer that in the gym, booty builders, glute drives, adductors, abductors should all be facing against the wall. I don't like the idea of girls, some of them will care, some of them won't, having to open their legs to potentially some guy doing curls. It's a bit strange. And I think for those especially that maybe don't have as much confidence, that's not what they want in the gym. So let them tuck himself away in the corner. We've also just put in another rack. This came over from Litchfield because we had one too many and I wanted an additional Smith. And then we've also thrown in a Cybex VR2 leg extension, and this Precor donkey calf went in at the end of a couple of videos ago. So making some good improvements in here, coming together. Right, looking forward to seeing how nice this area is when all the lights go in. So lots of good upgrades here. The plan from here is I'm gonna go back to the office right now because I wanna go and see the difference between the 993 and the 992, because I'm driving the 993 and I feel tiny compared to how I feel in that 992 when I last drove that yesterday. Let's go check that out.
when it does nothing I could do, I'll say I know, oh I know, yeah.
So now it's here, you can actually see the difference. It's actually amazing that it is still technically the same car. They are a 911, but the size difference and all the aero and the difference in the way that they look now is madness. But the plan of action now is to head into the office and kind of die down for the evening, get on with a few things. We've actually got a G meet to do as well, which is exciting. It's quite an exciting G meet, all to do with TDM Gym. I'm going to jump on with AJ and have a chat about some of the things that we've got planned and see what his perspectives are on some of those things. Tomorrow morning we're going to go and get some updates on the coffee shop at Unity. It's going to be the first time ever that we try and open a coffee shop, another new business to have a crack at and see how we get on. And then we've got some interesting things to do over the next couple of days before the weekend when we go to Gaston Track. So let's wrap up with some of these things tonight and get on with the rest of the week. What a difficult time of day. Quick run through of what we've got on the driveway. I know you guys love this. First of all, the Nova, the special, trusty, amazing, unbelievable, fantastic Nova, and then the rest of the cars, which also include the Lancer Evo 6 Tommy Mackinnon, the lovely Sit in the Back Autobiography SV, the Taycan Turbo S, the daily kind of thing, the new absolute ridiculous 700 horsepower Vet 9923 RS, and then over the back more of the special ones, 205 GTI, Tim's Mark III Golf, and of course our Dodge Viper. Oh wait, no, there's one more. I forget we had more. Look in here. Ugh. Voila. The Formula X Turbo. But the weather might be warm enough today for this Viper. And now this is straight piped. This sounds ridiculous. I actually don't know what to take. Mr. Tim, what do we take?
We have to narrow it down, won't we?
You have to put it in my hand and I have to guess what it is. And if I guess it right, well no, because then I'm going to get a few right. And the first one I guess right is the one I take. No, because you're going to start fucking trolling me. You're not even going to put the Nova in my hand, are you? You haven't even got the Nova there, have you? Oh yeah, you have.
What we got here, we've got a GT3 RS, a Taycan, an Evo, a Viper, 205. I've accidentally forgotten the Nova key.
Ah, it seems...
Would you look at that?
The thing is, right, you can't drive the Viper every day, so you've got to pick your days. Well, you can drive it every day, but then for me, I think if I drive it every day, it will just become like, and I don't say this arrogantly, but it will just become another one of the cars on the drive that I'm not that bothered about. Whereas that Viper to me at the moment is still something special. And I think if I drive it very infrequently, it will remain that, if that makes any sense. So next week, we've got 30 degrees. That's the Viper day. So yeah, let's do 3RS. Also means I don't need to wear a cap because I keep my hairline in check in the 3RS. Mr. Tim drives the Viper every day. Look what happens. First stop of the day, Gym Unity Fradley. Oh no. Never good when you get out the car, think you're super smooth, and leave the keys in the car. We got there in the end. Today's plan is, first stop, we're at Gym Unity Fradley. We are going to redesign this entire building. This is currently the front reception behind me down here, but we want to bring it over here. We want to bring the reception here. So that this is the main entrance. Obviously, we will change this so that it looks more inviting, but it will give you access on the ground floor. It will let you engage with the team straight away. You don't have to go through this. In fact, I'll show you. Current situation is that if you walk in here, the doors are fine, but you're immediately presented with, well, nothing too inviting for me. You've got this turnstile, which, especially if you're new or you're not so confident in the gym, can be a little bit like intimidating because you, well, not allowed in, and then you've got to go up the stairs to meet a member of staff. There's just, for me, a better way to do this. So I think if in here, so this is the other side of those doors, and the current plan is to turn this entire area into a coffee shop. Now this area is actually quite a big area because it extends all the way through here. This was where the boxing ring was, this is where boxing bags were, and it is quite a long way. So I guess what I'm doing is I'm stood here at the moment and trying to put myself in the mind of someone who's walked through the door and someone who's on reception. They are quite far away and I don't know whether that's too far. We're like mentally interior designing right now.
Where the confetti, niggas get shot, let the camera ready. Like my shooters work at Polaroid, niggas got Grammy energy. I got social war, sober dogs running in the...
Yo! What's that doing here?
Tracking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're
It's quite weird to just drive down the road, see your car somewhere, you didn't know it was here.
it's yours, isn't it?
Yeah, Tim dropped it off today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mate, we have a bit of a thing about the Nova, and obviously I've never seen another one. We were like, what the fuck was that? And then we got there, I was like, oh, boring, it's mine. Yeah, I was just popping to the gym. I prefer that.
You know what? I do. I do. Yeah.
You like this, do you?
Mate, I'm Vauxhall at heart.
Yeah.
I built Vauxhall Quarter Bs when I was a kid.
Oh,
C20
wicked.
XC, C20 Lex. That's all I ever used.
But that's C20 let, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a C20 Let on a F20 box, I believe. 5-speed box.
Now you're asking. I don't know.
You just drive them.
Exactly that.
Shit, mate, I don't blame you.
I just love driving it, man.
Cannot fault you.
Good to meet you anyway, Liam.
And you. Nice to meet you, mate. Callum.
All right, man.
Nice to meet you, mate. All right.
Enjoy. Look after her.
Oh, don't you worry, mate. Good hands.
And it's always a lovely surprise to see the trusty Nova. It's quite weird that this happens a lot, you know. There's a lot of garages in Lichfield that Tim will use for different things to look after the fleet. And just then we were driving down and then you just, who the fuck's got a brown Nova? And I need to find out, and then you get there and it's TDM plate and it's like, boo.
Oh.
Turns out, right, we got to the gym and Tim's in here. Obviously Tim's just dropped off the Nova and Tim didn't realise that the mic was on. Unfortunately the camera wasn't. He started announcing about how you really enjoyed the drive down. You beat an M3, that's just Monday for the Nova. And you enjoyed it, right?
Well, the problem I've got is I think the mic's been running, but the problem you have these days, everything can be edited and AI, so I may not have actually said that. I might not have said that every time I get in the car, I do fall in love with it and it's really cool. And then like, when it hits third gear, it's like, and you've got, I'm not getting excited.
Fair enough, you might not have said that, or alternatively, you might have just said it again.
I might have, but
We'll never really know, will we?
we're only speculating here.
We are. It's all on allegations.
It's,
So allegedly, you love the Nova.
Every time I get in it, allegedly, I fall in love with it, just allegedly.
Current problem is trying to work out what to do about this. For security measures, we wanted to improve the design of the desk, but now we feel we've compromised functionality because as it stands, I would need to be like this, which is obviously not a feasible solution. So we're going to come up with something better where we can do both.
Yeah, uppercut punches got them busting up. Potion in this double cup, liquor got them buttered up. Yeah, shitting on my competition. Every track is like I got bubble gut.
Good morning from Silverstone race circuit. We are here today at Gassed on Track. Come down today in the Tommy Mackinnon Evo. I like this car a lot and I don't spend that much time with it, and there's a little bit more for me to be desired with it. So I thought we'll come down in this today, bond with it, spend a bit of time with it here. It gets a lot of attention. People absolutely love this car. I think the Jap plate and the way that it looks are quite unmatched, really. It's just got such an iconic shape to it. It gets love from everybody, all ages, both genders. Everybody seems to love it, but I'm actually here for this car. What I'm not here for today are Jensen's cars, but I have actually driven quite a few of Jensen's cars. Way back at Brands Hatch, I went out for the first time in my first ever TCR car on the screen, Shaggy, the Subaru WRX STI, and that was an experience to say the least. Today he's here in the Honda, another TCR car. He's doing really well, man. Proud of Jens. But the car that I'm really here for is my M4 GT3 Evo. This, I have just been out in this actually, and this is insane. I have to go out in it to remember why I love it, because at the moment there's a lot going on. We're launching TDM Gym, we're building businesses within Gym Unities. The agency is in a spot of, well, the industry's really tough at the moment, so we're really having to put the effort in to stay afloat, to innovate and adapt, and there's a lot of things going on in my mind. I find myself working late, starting early, not really getting ahead and getting very stressed. So to be able to come and just lose all of that stress on circuit and just drive and just forget about everything and just all about how fast can I get around this circuit. It's an unmatched feeling for me. I genuinely feel, the only way I've referenced it in past videos and to people that ask is like when you watch the F1 movie and you see that he just flies, he's just flying. It is an unbelievable experience. For those of you that haven't seen this car on the channel, it's insane. Look, let's get in it. So firstly, I mean, it's completely stripped out. Can I open the boot and show you that? If you have a look back here, there is literally nothing going on in this car other than two seats, and most of the time there's only one seat in there as well. But of course we've got a full roll cage in here. The seats stay firmly where they are. You move the pedals and you put the steering wheel on and fix that into position. And then you get cocooned in with the netting and that's it. You lose sight of everything. Nothing matters anymore. There's no stress. It's just peace. And we're a couple minutes away from the motorsport demo, in which I'm going to take this out and do a demo here at Gassed on Track. So let's get the helmet on, let's get ready, let's go out and have some fun. Right, all done then at Gassed on Track. Now time to take the Evo back home.
The days of the deuce, me and you stays a crew. Only a few percent knew what me and you went through. We've been sent to dominate. These corny come late to set this crooked rap shit straight from Crenshaw to Castlegate. Like PPC.
No! No! We literally are like 30 seconds from home. What the fuck is going on? Blowout. That's my first ever blowout. My life, look at this. What in the fucking bicycle? Oh my life. Ugh. See, I'm the kind of guy that would have just drove it back. That's kind of where I've been going wrong in life. I don't even know what it looks like, but it doesn't look like a tyre.
Looks like an Oreo.
Yeah, like it's about, I feel like you could pick it up, dip it in your milk and chew it. What's wrong with this guy, Mr. Tim? What's wrong with you?
I didn't say a word.
He didn't say a word.
The Nova wouldn't do this to us.
The Nova wouldn't do this, that's the thing. Like, let's be honest, the Nova would not do this.
Now is not the time to ask me my top 3.
Because the Nova's number 1 and the Evo's down the bottom. But in any case, look, thank you to this lovely gentleman. Let's give him a bit of car credit.
What a guy. What a guy.
Don't pre the front of his car. But aside from that, what a lovely gentleman saving the day. We're going to get this lovely Tommy home and get back to work fixing all the problems that are currently ongoing with TDM Gym and Unity and everything else that seems to be chaotic right now. See you guys in the next one.